In the quiet barn, beneath the beams, a whisper spun from silver dreams. Before the world had time to wake, a word was written for Wilbur's sake. They said he wouldn't last a week, too small, too soft, too mild, too meek. But someone saw what they all missed, a truth revealed in morning mist. One thread at a time, she built the sign, a masterpiece with no design. No horns, no fame, no marching band, just quiet words and steady hands. Some peg, that's what the sky wrote down, up on the web like a shining crown. He don't need gold or a hero stage, just a spider's love and a word on a page. Some pig, and the world took note. From a silent web came the loudest quote. They all came running, they couldn't believe the magic spun on a false web eve. He never asked for all this praise, just sunshine, slop, and lazy days. But heroes rise when hearts align, and webs can catch more than just time. She didn't roar, she didn't fight, she spun her story every night. And by the dawn, the truth was lit in letters bold and delicate. Some pig, that's what the sky wrote down, up on the web like a shining crown. He don't need gold or a hero stage, just a spider's love and a word on a page. Some pig, and the world took note. From a silent web came the loudest quote. They all came running, they couldn't believe the magic spun on a false web eve. What makes us special isn't size, it's in the way we're seen through someone's eyes. A whispered faith, a woven vow, a promise held in thread somehow. Some pay more than they ever knew, all cause a friend believed it too. No golden light, no royal decree, just a spider saying, you matter to me. Some pig, and we all believed in the words that floated on autumn breeze. She spun the truth where the whole world could see that love can set the story free. Some pig, some friend. In the rafters something stirs, whispers hanging in the air. Not a shout, not a roar, but a truth beyond compare. They said I was ordinary, a pig with nothing more, a number on a feet chart, one they'd soon ignore. But you saw what I couldn't, with thread and faith you spun, a word that caught the morning light, turned the barn to sun. No crown, no gold, no parade in my name, just letters in silk that change. to me. And the sun climbs up the beams, I see your web still hanging, full of yesterday's dreams. And I whisper to the silence so the world might understand. Those words weren't just about me, they came from your hand. Humble, what you were. On in me. I see you sleeping in the straw, heart so wide, so full of awe. The world may never know your name, but I will spin you into fame.
You were just a frightened soul, shaking in that tiny pen. No one thought you'd make it through, but I knew even then you didn't need 1,000 friends, just someone who believes. So I climbed the wall of silence to write what no one sees.
You don't have to shine alone, you don't have to beg to stay. You just be exactly you, and I'll find the words to say. A pig with so much wonder and a heart that pulled me through. You gave me something rare and bright, a reason not to hide. So I'll gift the world your story before I say goodbye.
You don't have to earn your worth, you don't have to understand. Just trust that every thread I wove was spun with love, not planned. I will spin truth into the sky, thread by thread I'll lift you high. Even when I fade from view,
wouldn't make it past the first cold night. Call me weak, too small, couldn't put up a fight. But here I am, belly full, tail tight. Runny don't mean nothing if your heart burns bright.
Born last in the straw, smallest of the crew. Didn't cry loud, but I always knew that I'd grow strong. Maybe not fast, but I'd outlast, make the moment last. They picked me up like I was dead weight. Pop said he's done, left it to fate. But Fern stepped in, warm hands, big voice said give him a chance, like I had a choice. Now I'm sipping milk like it's victory wine. Every sunrise feeling like I'm designed to show the world you don't gotta be tall to stand the tallest when the stakes call.
I wasn't made to win in their story, but I rewrote the lines, claim the glory. Every breath is a line they can't erase. I'm more than a run, I'm a whole new place.
Runny but I'm mighty, try me, watch me rise. I was made in the margins but I live head lives. Tiny at the start but I hit like thunder. Put respect on my name, I'm the 8th world wonder. Runny, yeah, but I've got that flame. They'll never forget when they whisper my name. Came from the shadows, made them all see there's power in the small, and that power is born full of giants. I was just dust, no snort, no grunt, just heart and trust. Templeton scarf, Charlotte spun thread. She wrote words that the whole town read. Some pig, yeah, I heard it loud. Not just a line, it was a vow. Aspire to believe, so I had to too. When someone sees you, what else can you do? I'm not just saved, I'm living proof that fate bends if you tell your truth. I'm pink and small, but I don't flinch. That ribbon on my pen's got a champion's pinch.
I wasn't made to win in their story, but I rewrote the lines, claimed the glory. Every breath is a line they can't erase. I'm more than a run, I'm a whole new place.
I'm runny but I'm mighty, try me, watch me rise. I was made in the margins but I live head lives. Tiny at the start but I hit like thunder. Put respect on my name, I'm the 8th world wonder. Runny, yeah, but I've got that flame. They'll never forget when they whisper my name. Came from the shadows, made them all see there's power in the small, and that power is me.
I was nothing once, just a squeal in the dark, but someone believed. And now I'm everything I was meant to be. Not in size, but in a spark.
Runny but I'm mighty, try me, watch me rise. I was made in the margins but I live head lives. Tiny at the start but I hit like thunder. Put respect on my name, I'm the 8th world wonder. Runny, yeah, but I've got that flame. They'll never forget when they whisper my name. Came from the shadows, made them all see there's power in the small, and that power is me. Some said I wouldn't, some said I couldn't, but I did.
He's a pig, yeah he is. He's the talk of the town, from the slop to the crowd. Out in the barn, just a piglet unknown, nothing but mud and a pen of his own. Then came a spider and stories got spun. Next thing I know, I'm the glorious one. Ray of dead, like I walked on air. Whispers flying through the county fair. Zuckerman's famous pig, shining in the pen, got the folks all yelling, you're better than 10. A Wilbur pie says I'm the real thing, not just bacon on a plate, I'm wearing a king's ring. Zuckerman, Zuckerman, Zuckerman's famous pig. Farmers and judges, they circle and stare. Polish my hooves, brush back my hair. From run to ribbon, I took my stand, while Charlotte worked magic with the flick of a hand. Templeton lurking, Fern in the crowd, but I'm the name they're shouting out loud. Zuckerman's famous pig, turning all heads, born for the spotlight, not breakfast in beds. The spider wrote truth, the fake
don't do favors, I make deals. Every crumb costs something. Now let's talk cheese and contracts.
I don't run for free, I slink in the dark, where the shadows breathe and the hay smells sharp. You think I'm just scum with the flick of a tail, but I run this joint from the floor to the pail. You want a word, I got scraps and junk. Dig through trash, man, I live in funk. I'm the one they call when they out of hope, cause a rat'll do anything for the right envelope. Don't call me kind, don't call me brave, I ain't no savior, I just crave. Got no wings, but I still soar. You give me food, I give you lore. Templeton's deal, that's the price. I don't work for love, I don't play nice. You want a miracle, you better feed. I got claws and hunger, I got need. Templeton's deal, that's the score. I'm the filth that finds the cure. Talk all noble, act all clean. Behind that web, I'm the grease in the machine. Charlotte spins, Wilbur cries, but who's in the trash when the daylight dies? I brought radiant, I brought humble, made you legends while I grumble. Nobody thanks a rat, that's truth, but I did more work than 100 youths. Some survival guts, no shine, all teeth. I'm the underbelly story underneath. Don't ask for morals, I bring mess. I won't wear silk, I won't impress, but every plan's got one bad link, and I'm the rat who makes it think. Templeton's deal, that's the price. I don't work for love, I don't play nice. You want a miracle, you better feed. I got claws and hunger, I got need. Templeton's deal, that's the score. I'm the filth that finds the cure. Talk all noble, act all clean, but behind that web, I'm the grease in the machine. I crawl where they don't, I take what they toss. I find your miracles hidden in moss. I ain't no hero, I got no wing, but I get the job done. Rat King. Templeton's deal, that's the price. I don't work for love, I don't play nice. You want a miracle, you better feed. I got claws and hunger, I got need. Templeton's deal, I close the gap. While y'all spin webs, I run the map. I'm the one you never held, but you know the truth, I don't fail. I ain't in it for glory, I'm in it for leftovers. In the quiet of the morning light, where the golden straw glows soft and bright, there's a world behind these weathered beams, more than fences, more than dreams. There's a rhythm in the rafters high, where the pigeons flap and the spiders lie. The sheep hum low, the geese complain, but the heart of the barn sings all the same. It's not just wood, it's not just hay, it's voices finding words to say. A little love in every stall, a tiny world so wide and tall. The barn is alive with whispers and songs, from hoofbeats to heartbeats, all moving along. In dust, light, and shadow, we chatter and play, a kingdom of creatures in twilight and hay. Templeton slinks through midnight floors, Wilbur dreams behind wooden doors. Charlotte watches still and wise, spinning silver in the skies. It's not just chores, it's not just feed, it's friendship growing like a seed. In quiet corners, tales unfold of bravery in webs of gold. The barn is alive with whispers and songs, from hoofbeats to heartbeats, all moving along. In dust, light, and shadow we chatter and play, a kingdom of creatures in twilight and hay. Some may pass and some may stay, some spin words that never fray. In straw and silence we remain, telling stories through the rain. The barn is alive with whispers and songs, from hoofbeats to heartbeats, all moving along. In dust, light, and shadow we chatter and play, we live and we love in our own gentle way. So come to the barn if you ever feel small. There's room in the rafters for one and for all. They said it wasn't worth it, one less mouth to feed, just a tiny piglet, too small to ever lead. He fit in Daddy's palm, barely moved or cried. They reached for the axe, but I yelled, not this time. Said, how's it fair to judge by size alone? A life is a life, he deserves a home. Mama looked away, but I stood tall, one little girl against them all. Didn't need a reason, just knew it was right. So I held him close and held on tight. I will fight, I will cry, if that's what it takes to keep him alive. I'll be loud, I'll be strong, one voice can carry a world along. You say he's small, but I see light. This is Fern's fight. This is Fern's fight. I watched him wobble, I fed him warm milk, named him Wilbur, soft as silk. They laughed at love between girl and pig, but they've never felt a heart this big. Didn't wait for someone else to care, sometimes the brave ones just appear. The barn was waiting so full of life, but first came my fight. I will fight, I will cry, if that's what it takes to keep him alive. I'll be loud, I'll be strong, one voice can carry a world along. You say he's small, but I see light. This is Fern's fight. This is Fern's fight. You don't have to be big to be brave, don't need a crown to save the day. Just one heart that knows what's true, that's enough to break through. I will fight, I will cry, if that's what it takes to keep him alive. I'll be loud, I'll be strong, one voice can carry a world along. You say he's small, but I see light. This is Fern's fight, and I won't let go tonight. This is Fern's fight. This is Fern's fight. Wake up with the rooster, boots on by 6, coffee on the counter, same old tricks. A bucket in my left, a rake in my right, feeding them pigs till the day turns night. Mucking out the stalls, hauling hay from the shed, talking to the chickens though they don't talk back, fixing up the fence where the goats got through. Same old Monday, nothing new. But something's glinting above that sty, a shimmer in the corner of my lazy eye. A web, a word that can't be right. Is the sun playing tricks on my side? Oh me, oh my, look what's in the air. Some pig spelled out suspend me there. Lurvy don't question, Lurvy just stares. Gotta tell Zuckerman what's up with the air. Back to my chores with the curious grin. The cows need milking, but I peek in again. That pig's just sitting like a prince on a throne. Don't know what's happened, but he's not alone. Webs don't lie and pigs don't spell, but I seen that string and I heard that bell. Something strange in the barnyard wind, and I'm starting to like it more than I should have been. Oh me, oh my, look what's in the air. Some pig spelled out suspend me there. Lurvy don't question, Lurvy just stares. A little bit of magic in the morning air. I've seen some things, I've lived some days, but webs with words, that ain't the way. Still I tip my hat to that clever thread and pour extra slop while it's still warm and fed. Oh me, oh my, it's a brand new light. Same pig, but he's shining bright. Lurvy don't question, Lurvy just cares, 'cause sometimes a web puts wonder in the air. Boots off by sundown, moon climbs the sky. Tomorrow's chores'll be the same old try, but I'll peek in the barn with the curious eye and hope for another surprise.
Bright lights blink in my eyes. Who's on the boards? What a ride. This ain't the barn, this is big time now, and I'm trying not to freak out. Spun in a trailer, smell of fried dough. Kids with balloons and a chicken show. They say I'm famous, I try to act chill, but I'm just a pig from Zuckerman's Hill. Charlotte's up high, spinning her thread. Templeton's off, getting sticky and fed. I've gotta win, but I don't know how. Can a little pig handle all this now? Welcome to the fair where the world can't see a pig with a web and a destiny. I may be small, but I'm standing tall with my name in lights on the old red stall. The fair, this is my shot, with everything strange and everything hot. If I believe, maybe they'll believe too, what a pig like me can do. Kids point at me, eyes so wide. Farmers nod and the judges slide by. Zuckerman smiles, Lurvy hums low. Charlotte whispers, it's your show. Banner waves high, sweat on my snout. I've come too far to be filled with doubt. The crowd leans in, the sun's in the sky. Time to let this little pig fly. Welcome to the fair where the world can see
where courage shines in the face of the sun. I may be scared, but I've come so far, with a heart like mine and a web-born star. The fair, hear the cheers grow loud. I'm just one pig, but I'm making her proud. If I believe, maybe they'll believe too. There's nothing a pig can't do. And the wheel keeps turning, but I'm still here, still learning.
A hush falls over steel and straw. Night folds quiet around it all. One last thread to tie the day. One last thing I have to say. Spun in silence, spun in grace. Hung my hope in a hidden place. Not for glory, not for show, but for a world I'll never know. I feel the weight of wings unborn, the gentle hush before the storm. I'll never meet the ones I keep, but I will give them sky from sleep. This is my love, my final art, a woven dream, a beating heart. Though I may fade, the threads remain in golden dusk, not done in vain. My last egg sack, my cradle white, the gift I leave when I can't stay beside. The fair still spins, the lights still burn, but time has taken its final turn. I asked for nothing, gave it free, a lullaby inside this tapestry. Not every hero needs a crown, or leaves a mark the world writes down. Sometimes love is spun so small, it holds the sky but hides the fall. This is my love, my final art, a woven dream, a beating heart. Though I may fade, the threads remain in golden dusk, not done in vain. My last egg sack, my cradle wide, the gift I leave when I can't stay beside. Tell them I sang them into light, with every fiber held them tight. I'll vanish with the morning's breeze, but in their wings I'll whisper peace. This is my love, my final art, a woven dream, a beating heart. Though I may fade, the threads remain in golden dust, not done in vain. My last egg sack beneath the sky. They'll never know, but still they'll fly. Thread by thread, I'll weave the scheme. The world won't see the hands unseen, but they will know his name by a light, a radiant trick to make things right.
Down below they shuffle
blind. They see a pig, a daily grind, but I see more beneath the skin, a soul too bright to not begin. 8 legs strong, I pace the beam, my needles thread a quiet dream. This barn becomes a battlefield, and every strand a sword I wield.
They'll never see me at the loom,
But morning brings the word like boom.
their jaws will drop, their heads will spin.
They'll never doubt his worth again.
Radiant trick, light on the line, letters like magic in perfect design. Some pig, humble, terrific too. I'll spin what's true till they all see you. No spotlight here, but that's my art, to lift your name with a webbed up heart.
They call it luck or farmer's pride, but I know what I leave behind. No ink, no fame, no printed page, a silken will inside a cage. Templeton plays his filthy part, he trades for words. I carve with hearts together strange, this ragtag crew, but still the web says what is true.
One word it's on and they'll believe.
A simple trick you won't perceive,
But hearts will change and crowds will cheer.
and you'll be safe for another, yeah.
Radiant trick, light on the line, letters like magic in perfect design. Some pig, humble, terrific too. I'll spin what's true till they all see you. No spotlight here, but that's my art, to lift your name with a webbed up heart. You'll never know the cost I paid, how every thread was fear and faith. But for a friend, what's left to do? I'll stitch the stars to speak for you. Radiant trick, light on the line. Hope in a spiral, a holy sign. Some pig, humble, terrific too. I'll spin what's true till they all see you. No spotlight here, but that's my part, to lift your name with a webbed up heart. Yeah, I'll lift your name with a webbed up heart. Terrific friends. You were just a tiny voice in a barn, too big and loud. I was hanging from a thread, high above the crowd. You shook the gates, I watched you cry, and something in me knew the world might see you as a run, but I saw something true. Everyone needs someone who sees what the rest of the world just won't believe. Terrific friends don't need a reason to show up shining in every season. You needed saving, I had some thread. You gave me meaning with every word you said. We weren't meant to fit their plans, but side by side we took a stand. You were my wings, I was your net. Terrific friends. Don't forget, I wrote your story in the sky while you dreamed beneath the moon. They saw the words and changed their minds, but we always knew the truth. It's not about who shouts the loudest, it's who whispers when you're small, who builds a bridge from silence so you don't have to fall. Not all webs are meant to trap. Some hold you tight when strength is what you lack. Terrific friends don't need a reason to show up shining in every season. You needed saving, I had some thread. You gave me meaning with every word you said. We weren't meant to fit their plans, but side by
me purpose, you gave me peace. Our little bond will never cease. Terrific friends don't need a reason to show up shining in every season. You needed saving, I had some thread. You gave me meaning with every word you said. We weren't meant to fit their plans, but side by side we took a stand. You were my wings, I was your net. Terrific friends, don't forget. Terrific friends, don't forget. Oh, terrific friends. I spun it all for you,
Not for the glory,
not for the glory, not for the crowd, just so you'd live to see the sky. This is a spider's good luck.
8 legs, 1 heart, and a purpose I found in a world made of straw with no fortune or crown. They feared what I was, just a spider in the dark, but I wrote you a future with threads from my heart. You were just a runt, trembling in the mud. They saw pork, I saw a promise underneath the crud. I wove words in silk, watched them stop and stare, turn whispers of bacon into voices of care. And I knew I wouldn't last the fall, but I stayed, 'cause love don't need legs to crawl. This is my web, this is my prayer. Spun every truth in the cool night air. Didn't need wings, still touch the sky. Tell them I love them and the spiders goodbye. No medals, no roar, just fading light. But I leave you the morning, I leave you the fight. They called it a miracle, magic and thread, but I was just writing what needed to be said. Humble, radiant, truths I could see, reflections of worth you forgot how to be. I watched from my corner, unseen in the eaves, while they marveled and doubted what they chose to believe. Never needed a stage, I just needed a friend, and that's why I stayed with you right to the end. Every line was a love I wove, not just to save, but to help you grow. This is my web, this is my prayer. Spun every truth in the cool night air. Didn't need wings, still touch the sky. Tell them I love them and the spiders goodbye. No medals, no roar, just fading light. But I leave you the morning, I leave you me with
Everything gonna remember my name, just the words I left hanging in a wooden frame. That's enough, let them think the wind wrote it, let them think fate chose it, but you'll know it was me. And
This is my web, this is my prayer. Spun every truth in the cool night air. Didn't need wings, still touch the sky. Tell them I love them and the spiders goodbye. No medals, no roar, just fading light. But I leave you the morning, I leave you the fight. This is a spider's goodbye.
drift begins with nothing said. Silver silk from overhead. Cracks in time, the shell gives way to skybound threads that float away. A whisper on the rafters high, a promise spun in lullaby. No trumpet blare, no cannon fire, just wind and will and quiet desire. They do not cry, they do not stay. They rise on threads and drift away. Born of dusk and morning dew, 1,000 dreams in shades of blue. No map, no name, no path in stone, just sky above and wind unknown. dance beyond what she could see, each thread a quiet legacy. The bond grew still, the moment passed, no need to chase what couldn't last. And in the air a sacred truth, that endings bloom in tender youth. No map, no name, no path in stone, just sky above and wind unknown, carried far from where they're born to weave new worlds before the dawns. On the wind, children of grace, caught in the breath of a wide open space. No goodbye spoken, no tether remains, just silk in the sunlight and love in their veins. She never asked for them to stay, she gave them wings and moved away. A story spun in golden thread, still shining long after she's dead. Eggs on the wind, and my mother's prayer lifted to sky she never shared. Yet every strand that sails the blue carries her heart in something Drift begins with nothing said, still her love moves overhead. The sky was full of silver threads, they caught the sun and slipped ahead. A hush fell over straw and stone, and suddenly I stood alone. She spun her love into the air, 1,000 hearts were drifting there. I watched them rise, I held my breath, and felt the silence after death. Thought they'd all forget her name, scatter wide like falling rain. But just when hope began to fade, only three stayed in the morning light, clinging to the rafters, wings still tight. Whispers in the quiet hay, a spark of her that chose to stay. They didn't have to, but they did. Tiny threads from mother's web, and in that moment I believed love remains when all else leaves. They said their names in voices small, joy, irony, and else so small. They spun no words, but I could tell she lived in them and all was well. Thought the story reached its close, but something deeper softly grows. And just when sorrow had its way, only three stayed in the barn with me. Little lights in canopy, tangled stars above the hay, proof that love will never stray. They didn't have to, but they did. A quiet act, a final gift, and in their stillness I could see she left her heart inside of me. You don't need 1,000 wings to show the world what kindness brings. Sometimes what you leave behind is just 3 names and peace of mind. Only 3 stayed when the world moved on, told me that a thread lives on in every whisper, every breeze, in quiet acts and soft goodbyes. They didn't have to, but they knew what one small life of love can do. She was gone, but still she stayed, because only 3 only three stay. Only three.
In the rafters where the cobwebs cling, she spun her truth with a silken string. No trumpet call, no crowd, no fame, but the whole world changed when they read her name. I ain't got a roar, but I got a thread. Words like arrows sharp in your head. I see what you miss, I work in the dark, weaving wisdom with the bite and a spark. You call him some pig, I called him friend. Stood by his side to the very end. No cape, no crown, no lights that shine, but I pulled him back from the edge of the line.
I don't ask for credit, don't need the applause. I just move in silence, work for the cause.
I'm the unseen hero, never set a stage, turning fate with the flick of a page. You saw the web but not the weaver. Quiet truth, yeah, I'm the believer. No gold, no glory, just threads and time. Still I wrote the words that changed your mind. They watched the pig forget the hand that built the bridge from fear to stand. I worked while they slept, while the moon was high, spinning hope in the shape of the sky. No metal, no plaque, just dust and silk, and a love more pure than honey or milk. I don't need thanks, I know my role. I plant the seeds that feed the soul.
I don't ask for credit, don't need the applause. I just move in silence, work for the cause.
I'm the unseen hero, never set a stage, turning fate with the flick of a page. You saw the web but not the weaver. Quiet truth, yeah, I'm the believer. No gold, no glory, just threads and time. Still I wrote the words that changed your mind. Heroes don't always wear what you expect. Sometimes they hang upside down in the rafters, quiet, watching.
You looked up and read what I wanted you to see, but never once asked who wrote it.
I'm the unseen hero, never set a stage, turning fate with the flick of a page. You saw the web but not the weaver. Quiet truth, yeah, I'm the believer. No gold, no glory, just threads and time. Still I wrote the words that changed your mind.
And still the web remains.
Morning breaks in golden light, soft as breath and just as bright, cradled in the quiet air. Tiny threads are everywhere, in the corners of the barn. Sleeping webs have come undone, what she left they carry now. Though her voice is not among, spinning dreams they've yet to weave, floating out where none can see, a whisper rising with the breeze. The smallest wings can still be free. She said goodbye in silence, left behind a silver sky. But something in me rises each time they learn to fly, hatching hope from broken night. They were born to touch the sky, carried by a dream so small it barely makes a sound at all. But I believe in what she gave, a love the wind cannot erase. They go
Wrong straight back and 3 a.m. I meet, clinging gently to my name. Though I'm older, I still find a thread across my frame of mind. They don't speak the way she could, but in the stillness I understood. The web she wove lives on in me, in every thread I choose to be. She said goodbye in silence, but left a light behind. The ones who come remind me that love outlives its time. Hatching hope from broken night, they were born to touch the sky. Carried by a dream so small, it barely makes a sound at all. But I believe in what she gave, a love the wind cannot erase. They go, but still I know she's here in how they grow. A single thread, a gentle push, a name in silk, a quiet hush. It wasn't loud, it wasn't grand, but I can feel her in my hands. Hatching hope from broken night, they were born to touch the sky. Carried by a dream so small, it barely makes a sound at all. But I believe in what she gave, a love the wind cannot erase. They go, but still I know she's here in how they grow. They float beyond the morning dew, but part of them still passes through.
Morning light creeps in through cracks, dusty beams and weathered tracks. Roosters song in creaky gates start the day a little late. Pitchfork clatter Lurvy's boots, apple cores and barley roots. Templeton sneaks out to play. Rats don't rest when it's midday. Horses sigh and swish their tails. Rain rolls soft against the pails. Everything's got something to say. In the breath of life in the hay, we don't run, we don't race. We got time in this place. Every voice, big or small, finds its rhythm in the stall. This is life in the hay where the stories grow, with the cluck and the moo and the morning glow. Got a web on the wall, got the sun on my side, and a heart that's a little too wide. It's quiet, but it ain't ever gray. No, there's magic in life in the hay. Goose is grumpy, loud and proud. Gander keeps the peace out loud. The sheep all mumble tales of old, weather rumors half retold. Charlotte hums up in her thread, writing truths above my head. Never knew what she'd convey, but it bloomed right here in the hay. We don't rush, we don't chase. We hold still in this space. Every whisper, every neigh is a verse in our ballet. This is life in the hay where the stories grow, with the cluck and the moo and the morning glow. Got a web on the wall, got the sun on my side, and a heart that's a little too wide. It's quiet, but it ain't ever gray. No, there's magic in life in the hay. I used to think small was weak, till I heard the spider speak. Now I know in my own way I was born to stay. life in the hay with a slow hot shine, where a friend spins truth in a secret sign, where a pig finds peace in a world gone wide, and no love gets left behind. It's humble, but it's perfectly okay to grow up in life in the hay. It's quiet in the rafters now, the stories echo low. A thread hangs in the morning sun, still catching what we know. You never asked for glory, you never sought a name. You spun your love in silence and left behind no blame. You saw the world in tiny threads, in dew and dusk and day. You built a truth with every stitch, then softly slipped away.
And we were just some ordinary lives,
But you made us feel worth saving every time.
a silver map that we walk on. The words you wove are holding tight through every shadow, every night. You showed us love without parade, the kind that lingers, doesn't fade. You're written in the barnwood grave.
Still here the web remains. The pig you saved still thinks of you, and every spring feels new. Your children float across the sky, but some stayed close like dew. And though we never said goodbye out loud, your silence still can hush a crowd. The web remains, though you are gone, a silver map that we walk on. The words you wove are holding tight through every shadow, every night. You showed us love without parade, the kind that lingers, doesn't fade. You're written in the barnwood grave. Still here the web remains. If I could climb to where you wove, I thank you for the life I know. But maybe silence says it best, in threads that never end. The web remains, though you are gone, a silver map that we walk on. The words you wove are holding tight through every shadow, every night. You showed us love without parade, the kind that lingers, doesn't fade. You're written in the barnwood grave. Still here, the web remains.